Alright, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is for anyone who's ever opened Reddit, Google, or YouTube to figure out which credit cards to get and immediately felt overwhelmed. There are thousands of credit cards available in the US, and on average, Americans hold 4 to 5 credit cards each. New cards launch every year, benefits change constantly, and what used to be a best card 5 years ago might be completely outdated today. And while helping people with their credit card questions, I realized something. The problem here isn't picking a card. It's filtering through individual cards across multiple ecosystems. A much simpler approach, then, is choosing a credit card ecosystem and a flagship setup within it. That way, you're not juggling multiple banking apps, you understand how points work once, then scale, and you know exactly which cards to build toward over time. So, welcome to the most beginner-friendly guide to credit card ecosystems. This video is perfect if you're just getting into credit cards or if you want to simplify a setup that's gotten out of control. Today I'll break down major bank ecosystems, what each one does best, and who they're actually for. To do that, we'll cover 5 core topics: multipliers, annual fees, coupons and credits, transfer partners, and unique perks. Before we start, one quick disclaimer. I'll be leaving out US Bank and Bank of America in this video, and the reason is simple. Neither currently has announced airline or hotel transfer partners. As such, there are much less things to consider, and it's an easy problem to solve for most. Now, US Bank has hinted they may add them in the future, but until that happens, they don't really function as true travel ecosystems. If you'd like another video covering non-travel cards as well, please leave a comment below. A credit card ecosystem is a group of cards from the same bank that all earn the same points currency. Now, you earn points using different cards, then redeem them through transfers to airlines or hotels, travel portals, or fixed value redemptions. And the key idea here is that all cards work together. And once you understand one ecosystem, adding cards becomes, plug and play. Here are the setups that we'll reference throughout the video, starting with the Amex setup. We have the Blue Business Plus, the Gold, the Platinum, and for Capital One, we have a 2-card setup with the Saver card and the Venture X. For Chase, we have a 4-card setup with the Freedom Flex, Freedom Unlimited, Sapphire Preferred, and depending on your needs, Sapphire Reserve. For Citi, we also have a 3 to 5 card setup where we have the Double Cash, 1 to 3 custom cash cards or more, depending on your needs, as well as my personal recommendation of the Strata Premier. Again, this can be swapped out with the Strata or the Strata Elite, depending on your needs. The Wells Fargo setup offers a 3 to 4 card setup with the Wells Fargo Active Cash or the Wells Fargo Signified Business Cash, depending on your needs, and I'll go into detail about this later. You also have the Wells Fargo Autograph Card and the Autograph Journey Card. Now, these setups are popular because they're scalable, simple, and cover most spending categories efficiently. We'll take a look at how each of these ecosystems can earn, and please bear with me here because it's a lot of information. The American Express setup gives you 2x on everything with the Blue Business Plus, 4x on dining, 4x on groceries, 5x on flights, and 5x on portal hotel bookings. The Capital One setup gives you 3x on dining, 3x on groceries, 3x on movie theaters, 3x on streaming, and 3x on live entertainment. The Venture X gives you 2x on everything, 5x on portal flights, and 10x on portal hotels. The Chase setup with the Freedom Unlimited gets you 1.5x on everything, 3x on drugstores, 3x on dining. The Freedom Flex gives you 3x on dining, 5x on rotating categories. This goes up to $1,500 per quarter. Sometimes they have 7x on dining, which I think is the best part about having a Freedom Flex. You also have the Sapphire Preferred for 2x travel, 3x dining, 3x select streaming, 3x online groceries, and depending on your needs, the Sapphire Reserve, which gives you 3x on dining, 4x on flights and hotels, and 8x on portal bookings. For Citi setup, you get 2x on everything with the Citi Double Cash, 5x on rotating categories, up to $500 per month for the custom cash, and those categories include dining, groceries, gas, travel, streaming, as well as drugstores, home improvement stores, fitness clubs, live entertainment, again, all the way up to $500 per month. You also have the Strata Premier, which is my personal recommendation, which gives you 3x on restaurants, 3x on groceries, 3x on gas and EV, 3x on flights and hotels, and 10x on portal bookings. As I mentioned earlier, you can replace that card with the Strata Elite or the regular Strata card. The Citi Strata Elite card gets you 12x on portal bookings, 6x on flights, 6x on dining on Friday and Saturday nights, which they call Citi Nights, and 1.5x on everything. The Citi Strata card gets you 5x on portal bookings, 3x on groceries, 3x on gas and EV, 3x on select category, and 2x in dining. The Wells Fargo setup gets you 2x on everything with the active cash, or 2x on everything with lounge access with the Signify Business Cash. Now, if lounge access is important to you, this could be the card that you could opt for instead of the active cash. You also have the Autograph card that gets you 3x on dining, 3x on gas and EV, 3x on travel, 3x on streaming, and 3x on phone carriers. Finally, you have the Autograph Journey that gets you 5x on hotels and 4x on airlines. Strictly based on earnability, Citi, Wells Fargo, Capital One offer a ton of coverage. Amex has extra earnings in dining and groceries, which tend to be most people's larger spending categories. Chase, on the other hand, lacks in this department, given that it doesn't have a 2x catch-all, nor does it appear to have a proper groceries category. If you want to maximize points generation, anything other than Chase appears to be fine. Now for the annual fees. The Amex setup with the Platinum card and the Gold card combines to a total of $1,220, where the Platinum card costs $895 to hold and the Gold card costs you $325 to hold. The Capital One setup only charges you for the Venture X at a $395 annual fee. The Chase setup costs you $890 total, where the Sapphire Preferred costs you $95, Sapphire Reserve costs you $795. The Citi setup costs you $95 because of the Strata Premier, again $0 if you move with the Strata, and $550 if you move with the Strata Elite. Wells Fargo also costs you $95 because of the Autograph Journey that costs $95 to hold. So far, Chase seems terrible. It's expensive and earns in very little categories, but unfortunately and fortunately, the credit card game is a lot more complex. There's a lot more to it than just how many points you can earn and how much these cards cost to hold. Now, unfortunately, this video is getting a little long and I want to make things as concise as possible, so I will be breaking this up into a 2 to 3 part series. With that being said, as always, if you want your setup reviewed, please drop a comment below, and as always, stay safe.